Hey everybody, it's Mac here, and we are working on multiplying exponents. This is worksheet C. I do have a video of me showing you how to multiply exponents, and I've got an A and a C version, which I think would really help you. This C is just great extra practice, and you can find all of that at maxtutorials.com, written there on the bottom. I appreciate it when you like and subscribe, and we are going to move forward. If you hear some noise in the background, I'm doing this right after I did B. I just cleaned my dog's ear, and he's kind of spazzing out and rolling around all over the place right now and shaking his head. Okay, but he's got clean ears, and so that's all that really matters. Okay, good boy, good boy. There you go. Hopefully he'll relax soon. So I'm sorry if there's a little extra noise. If it's too much, I'll redo the video, but I don't know, it's kind of fun. Anyway, so when we multiply the same bases meaning the big number there, the x's, we add the exponents. And 6 plus -4 is just a 2. Now, if that was x6 times y to the -4, the answer would just be x6, y -4. You can't combine things if they're different bases, right? So we could only do that because they're both x's. So let's go to number 2. I can do the x's. And my x's, I have a -5 and a +3. That's going to give me a -2. My y, that's a 4, and that's a 1, so it's y to the 5. 3. Oh, look, that's a big old plus sign. And I notice that they're like terms, so that's going to be 3x to the 10th. No. We are adding. When we add, we just copy them. Okay, so be very careful not to make that mistake. That's a common mistake that I'll see students make, which is why I threw some addition problems in there. When you're adding, you're just adding the coefficients and you're just copying down the terms. All right, so here we go. -5 plus 5, that's a plus. The like term is xy, that's going to be a +4, and we just copy the term. Okay, number 5, we're going to multiply. 7 times -6 is a -42. And now we're multiplying, so we're going to add them up, right? And that's why you get a squared. Number 6, a -8 times 3 is a -24. I'm going to add my x's. Look, I have a -5 and a +6. That's just x to the 1, or I just leave it. Okay, I don't need to write the 1. It's assumed to be a 1. Here we're going to go 9 times -6, which is a -54. And I'm going to go alphabetical, so I'm going to write the A first, and I'm going to write the B next. All right, let's go on to number 8. I have a 9 times a -6, which is a -54. Ooh, look at all these negatives are. So I have a -6 and a +7, which is a +1. Okay, when it's all said and done, so I'm going to leave that. And then I'm going to have s to the, well, I have a -10 plus a -2. That's to the -12. Okay, and that's okay. That's correct. Ooh, look at 9. That's a subtraction problem. Add a line, change the sign. Hey, they're the same. So 12 plus a -6 is a +6p squared. Remember, when I add or subtract, really, I just copy the exponent. All right. This one is multiplication, so I'm going to multiply these, and I'm going to get a -24. X to the what? To the 6. Y to the what? To the -4, because that's -5 plus a 1 to give me my -4. Okay? All right, let's keep going. Let's go on to number 11. So I have my 1. That's like a 1 out there, right? Times 3, so that's 3. X to the what? I have a -3 plus a -6, which is a -9. Come on up, boy. And then I have y. And I have a 5 plus a -4, which is just the y to the 1. Good boy. And then I am done. I'm going to go to number 12, and I notice it's an addition problem, not a multiplication problem. I look to see if I have like terms, and I do. So when I do that, I just do the math, and I just copy the term. We've done these before, but sometimes we mix them up with the multiplication problem, so we want to make sure we know the difference, okay? So now when we multiply, we're going to get 9 times -4, which is a -36. I'm going to have some kind of an XYZ. Let's just write them, XYZ, because I know that they have them. But now I have 1x, and I have another 3, so I actually have 4. Y doesn't have anybody to play with, so he stays. Oop, there's another z, so I'll go z squared. All right, let's go number 14. I have 6 times a -7. That's going to be a -42. Look at my a's. I've got an a there. I've got an a there. I've got an a squared. How about my b's? My b's don't have anybody to play with over here, so he's just going to stay at -5. And my c doesn't have anyone to play with there, so it's just going to be a c. Done. Okay? Going on to number 15. -4 times -7 is going to be a positive 28. And then my x's, that's like a 1, right? So let's add my 1 to my -3, and I'm going to get a -2. And my y's is going to be y to the 6th. Number 16, it's an addition problem. My like terms are the same. So this is going to be 13 plus -6 is going to be 7. A to the what? Well, when we add, we copy. Okay? 17. Let's multiply the coefficients to -30. And then let's just add our exponents. That's going to be p to the 4. R doesn't have anybody to play with, so it's just a -2. 18, I'm going to go 9 times a -6. That's a -54. Let's just add our x's. X to the, what is 1 plus -3? That's a -2. And my y has nobody to play with, so I just copy them. 19, I'm going to go -7 times -6, which is a positive 42. How many a's do I have? Well, I have 6 there and 1 there, so I have 7b cubed. And number 20, add a line, change a sign. That's going to become 10m to the 7 because we're adding. When we add, we copy, okay? When we multiply, we add. That's the rule with exponents. My friends, that is worksheet C. Thank you for hanging in there. Really proud of you guys. It's time for you to go on and let's learn what those negative exponents really mean. And so I'll see you on the next video. Take care.